My name's Dave Berry, and I've lived, as many people will know, in this area all my career really. I live now only 10 miles from where I was born. I was born in Woodhouse and then moved to Bayton when I was about 17. So I'm very familiar with the area and started my career in and around Chesterfield. That many of your older viewers and listeners would remember Jimmy's in Chesterfield and the Victoria Ballroom, all famous venues that put on a lot of the bands in the early days. I've always been interested in keeping reasonably fit because the music business can be a tough business to stay in, and so I've always done a lot of walking and cycling up and down the country to sort of look after myself, and I've walked and cycled in many beautiful areas of the UK. I was walking on the canal just a few weeks ago, and I did notice that it's not only being used by walkers and cyclists. I noticed particularly around sort of Hollingwood and Staveley area, you'd find young people, families just dropping, not physically dropping into the canal, but dropping into the canal towpath and spending an hour Sunday afternoon walk or a weekend walk, and I thought that was very nice. And I was impressed the fact that there's kingfishers on the canal, many birds, herons and things, which has brought it all back to the area. So I decided that I met some of the trust people at a Christmas event actually, where I took my granddaughter to meet Father Christmas at Tapton Lock, and I got chatting to them and said that I'd be interested in doing a bike ride to try and raise funds for the Canal Trust.
Is there anybody you're going to be cycling alongside on this ride?
Yeah, well, first of all, there's my daughter, Tanya Colley, who lives in Sheffield. She's a cyclist, so she's actually joining me on the cycle ride, but also a very good friend of mine, and we've been friends for about 20-odd years now, again from the area, from Woodhouse, where I was born, and we'll be cycling together with my daughter, and that's Jeff Troops.
I've known David for about 20-odd years, really, and we've done a bit of cycling together, and we've also done a little bit of walking together. And like David, I live at Unston, sort of very near Chesterfield. And my other passion is apart from walking, I like to play golf, and which brings in the walking aspect of it really. And also, again like David, I was sort of born in Woodhouse, and so little villages and whatever. Spent my life sort of in the building industry, construction, and I think that and things like sort of the canals and whatever, I sort of believe is sort of our heritage really, and we should do all we can to sort of bring these things back up to sort of spec again, so that everyone can sort of enjoy them and appreciate them. And I mean, you don't have to sort of be on a cycle or whatever. There's various sort of ways, and you can go fishing and the wildlife aspect. And I think we should just do all we can, and as much as we can, to sort of maintain these things.
David, can I ask you where you're starting your bike ride from?
We're starting it it's the 8th of April, and we're starting it from Tapton Lock, and we're cycling all the way to West Stockwich, which is near Gainsborough, and I think it's about 43 miles. Even though the canal riding is not too bad, because it's the nature of canals is they're flat obviously, so it'll be quite pleasant. So it'll be a good day's cycle ride, and we're taking a vehicle to West Stockwich and then just coming back after the day's cycle ride. We'll be probably making 1 or 2 stops on the way back just for liquid refreshment.
I can't blame you. If you can just tell us what you're really hoping to achieve for the canal, and if there's any way anybody can sponsor you or show their support.
Well, what we've decided to do is to leave it up to the Canal Trust. It's on their website, so it'll be Chesterfield Canal Trust, I believe that's the full website, and people can donate there. And we hope we've just bring the profile up so people would know we're doing it, and I believe it's being covered quite a lot in the local papers, so it will be very good because we can all use the canal side, and charity should not always be just for hospitals and hospices and different events. We could also be supporting the local facilities